Welcome to Health Conclave 2024 Ageless Living and Disease Free Living. We are having Dr. Alok Chopra with us, who is a preventive cardiologist, but more so also working on metabolic disorders, and lot of work has been done in anti-aging longevity by him. So Dr. Alok, welcome.
Thank you.
On TORUS Health, and of course this conference is an amazing effort by everybody of you.
Indeed.
I would like to know, sir, how did you come into integrated world from the cardiology, and how did you get interested in metabolic disorders reversal?
Well, I was trained as an invasive cardiologist, but very soon I got very disgruntled with the way it was being delivered. So I shifted to lifestyle cardiology, and from there, I realized that it is not just cardiology, it is every metabolic disorder, every illness needs and deserves a method of medicine which is based on allopathic medicine, no doubt. But we do not use pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals are only used for medical emergencies or surgical emergencies. After that, the so-called modern medicine has no role to play. And we have not looked at natural methods of healing, because every other day we select and find and see many other methods that we can reverse illnesses. And when I say reverse, it means reverse, not putting a plaster on it. So that's the main thing.
Okay, that's interesting. So from lifestyle cardiology, it's a new terminology. So what kind of medications do you provide, which is not actually a pharmaceutical but a nutritive or supplementation?
Well, often sometimes when people come with, say, diabetes or autoimmune illnesses, in the initial phase you might have to give one or two modern medicine things, but then we look at the biochemistry of the patient and we use supplements from all sorts, supplements which will raise your, like I always say that every person should be delivered at least three things. I give an analogy of a motor car. To serve a motor car, you need a spark plug, petrol and mobile oil. So our spark plug is cocuten or ubiquinol, which is not known to most people, but it really makes a great difference in everybody's life. The petrol is formed by the digestive enzymes, and the mobilize is performed by omega-3. Now, omega-3 is a wonderful item. It's a combination of oil from the sea, and at least 2,500 milligrams should be taken. And most people are very, especially the vegetarians, but I have convinced at least 40% of my patients to have omega-3. And because without that, you see, the vegan or vegetarian omega-3 can never compete with that. So most people have agreed, and I think it will be a very important tool in the recovery of every metabolic illness.
Wonderful. So CoQ10, omega-3 and digestive enzymes. So you have to improve digestion. Do you also take help of natural ways like lifestyle changes, or what do you want to give message as for our
as far as digestive work is concerned, now that you can enlarge this for your gut microbiome. You see, most people don't know that the gut microbiome rules your life. Sometimes, as a joke, I tell people, when you wake up, you first do homage to gut devta and then remember God, because God gives one message and the gut bacteria gives back 9. So without and we know the moment we say bacteria, people start worrying that there is something wrong. But these bacteria actually really rule your life. Let's take, for example, your neurotransmitters. That the neurotransmitters are made in the gut, and from there it travels from the nerves to the spinal cord, from the spinal cord to the brain, and then the brain releases the neurotransmitter. Nobody knows that actually it originated in the gut.
Wonderful. So improving your digestion is the key way to work towards metabolic disorders.
Absolutely.
Recently, I've been listening to many complaints by females about having osteopenia, which is like reducing calcium in their bones, and they are very prone for fractures, accidents, and so on. What is your take on bone health, or how to improve wellness in females?
You see, as far as bone health is concerned, you will often see that the women are more prone to hip fractures because it's the way they were being taught what to do. I have called this the calcium paradox. Means that the same calcium which is actually depleting the bones of the women, but the same calcium is clogging the arteries of other people. So how can these two exist? So my first very important advice is that, which scares everyone, is that do not on any account take calcium supplements. I mean, there may be a little situation that in the first week or two you do, but no calcium supplements forever. But where does calcium come in from? It comes in from your gut, from the food you eat, which is created by vitamin D. Vitamin D absorbs the calcium from the blood, but after it is absorbed, vitamin D doesn't have a clue where it should go. It can go to the eyes, it's giving cataract, it go to the kidney stones in your heart and all that. That job is done by another vitamin which 99.99% of the people don't know is vitamin K2. People know about K1, which is found in leafy green vegetables, and in our textbook there was only one line written that K1 is converted into K2 in the gut and nothing more. But K2 is in fact the biggest deal today because it protects you from heart disease, it reduces the calcification of your arteries, and there are a million other things that K2 does. And it is now made a triumvirate of K2, vitamin A and vitamin D. All these three together, and you have to find the sweet spot of how many, that's more of a detail, but these three supplements.
There is a formulation of
yes.
ADK.
Yes,
so
there is
how much A, how much D, how much K?
That depends on so many other things, but we have to take A, D and K together, and ADK also has some backup stuff like borons, magnesium.
Yeah, and, so magnesium is also very important.
Magnesium, all that is very important. Zinc also.
Yeah. So I think, the way forward is going deep into nutraceuticals, the vitamins and minerals, and that can prevent a lot of metabolic disorders.
Yes, you see, but supplements also have become a big deal, and there are only some supplements that really work, but mostly supplements are taken up and they cost a lot of money, and a lot of people don't really get better. Ultimately, we get back to the to use your own stuff. So, for example, there is a new way of thinking that no doubt gut bacteria are good, but a lot of people are feeling that it doesn't really work as much as they talk, or even if it works, what happens is that it's the wrong time to use it, because the gut bacteria fight against each other, and they fight against the bugs which are coming in and the chemicals, and as a result you get a die-off reaction. That means the bugs die off, and that creates a lot of problem. So in some way, good fiber is actually in a way as good as the gut bacteria. So if and I've also seen that if I start a person's meal with fiber, followed by solid vegetables, followed by meats, and any sweet which we don't actually want to, but if this ratio, I have found a 20 to 30% reduction in the sugar spike. So start your meal with the fiber.
With the fiber.
Very important.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Where can people contact you? Like you're based out of Delhi.
Yes.
So lifestyle clinic, and how do we connect with you, sir?
Well, I can give you all my coordinates, but I'm always happy and welcome to help anybody, because this is my passion, and it's not enough what I am doing already. So I would even like to do more and more to help people, because we have to change the way they think. It's so important, and all the nonsense of big pharma must go away.
Wonderful. So that was the theme. All the nonsense of big pharma should be reduced, and improving your cellular regeneration is the key.
And you see, in a way, people said, my God, COVID has come. COVID, of course, was devastating. But thank God it woke us up. And we have used so many things. Now, I got COVID 3 times because I didn't take the vaccines. And the last time, I used only ozone, which means that I first had ozone breathing through olive oil. Then is minor auto, which means taking out one's blood and then pushing it back into your body, followed by ozonated enema, followed by ozone pumps. And if you have got other injuries in your body, you can put ozone bagging So one item has created so much wonderful results.
Thank you. That was a good insight also. So all the other alternative healing modalities can improve your general vitality, even if you are infected or even if you're not infected.
Yes, and actually it's not really one size fit all. We have to tailor make it for everyone.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you, Dr. Alok. That was
Thank
wonderful
you.
talking to you.
Thank you so much.